So a big gathering, I think naturally, some of you, I think, may come here just out of curiosity. That's no problem. Then it's those people who came here with some expectation, then don't expect much. I have nothing to offer you. Sometimes people came to see me with some expectation, some kind of miracle blessing or something like that. And some people consider me as a healer. Too much expectation, I think unrealistic expectation, no good. And I want to make clear, we are same human being. I am nothing special. All same human being, whether Easterner or Westerner or Southerner or Northerner, rich or poor, educated or uneducated, belong this religion or that religion, or believer or non-believer, we are same human being. Emotionally, mentally, physically, same. I think physically, maybe little differences. The shape of nose, you have quite sharp nose there. The color of hair, some differences. These are minor. But basically we are same. And we have same potential. We have the potential to transform one's own mind, one's own mental attitude. If someone today unhappy, always get angry, always get fear, or get some, jealousy, things like that, which eventually bring more unhappy. Then, because of the same potential, we can change that. Other hand, someone today happy, looks no worry, but because of some conditions, some causes, that also can turn a negative way. So we have basically the same potential. It's very important to know everyone can transform, transform into better person, happier person. I think that's important, have the feeling or have the sort of recognition. The important thing is transformation or new sort of, new way of thinking, new mental attitude. I think that, we should make effort, to develop some kind of new, inner world. Because through centuries, through generations, we humanity put every effort to develop society, mainly the material progress, material facilities, on the basis of science and technology. I think today, the world at large, and particularly in the Western nations, you really achieve, very high living standard, or the material facility really,
reached a high stage.
High stage. But then, there are still a lot of problems. Especially, in the field of crimes and violence. in England and also in America, even some young people, without much reason, just using gun. And also the, I think, international sort of relations field. I often feel the nations which are very much cherishing about freedom, democracy, liberty, even these nations, like America or in Western European countries, in the field of international relations, they're still relying more on force. I think these are, I feel, old concepts. In previous time, in the past, one's own national interest is more or less independent, or I think independent. So even, I think, the village to village, more or less self-supporting or self-sufficiency. In such circumstances, the concept of war, concept of violence, military sort of activities is very relevant. Victory, our side, defeat the enemy or the other side. But today, that situation completely changed. Not only village to village, nation to nation, but even continent to continent, heavily interdependent, particularly in the field of economy. Under that circumstances, destruction of your neighbor is actually destruction of yourself. Sometimes I feel, not necessarily, I think, just me alone. I feel there are, millions of people who have some kind of critical view about present sort of existing. But their voice usually, not come out clearly. So perhaps I'm speaking on behalf of these sort of millions of people who remain silent, or their voice very limited. I feel I think I should put we feel. We feel, the reality and our sort of, perception or attitude seems, some gap. So the reality much changed, but our mental state still remains some old fashions. So that sometimes creates more trouble. And then another thing, one of the, aspect of violence is unpredictable. Once you committed violence, although at the initial stage, or although at the beginning, your own intention, your intention is use limited violence. But once you committed violence, is unpredictable. It always creates unexpected implications. Because there is some form of conflict, disagreement among the human society, always there. Even within oneself, we can find always, the morning one idea, you fully convince that idea, but afternoon another idea. So between these ideas, conflict. Sometimes you find it difficult. Two conflict mind here, sometimes lead suicide also. So the wise way is the two conflict idea, think both sides, then synthesize, right? Synthesize. So the contradictory or differences are itself not bad. Without contradiction, no progress. Even body, There is contradictory forces. So come together, more balanced, then progress there. So therefore, similarly, contradictory views, and wisely sort of judge and overcome, then new ideas will come. So therefore, contradictory itself, not bad. I think basis of further development. But then it become out of control, violence. Then this is really unfortunate. So therefore, once the student have that kind of sort of habit, as soon as some is a conflict there, the immediate response, what the way of dialogue, not violence, not fighting. Immediately, think dialogue. What's a dialogue? Sometimes I'm telling to some audience through such sort of training, there is possibility when a student return from school to home, if parent fighting, then student as their children may say, "Oh, this is wrong. My parent should find a dialogue." Then I think through such a sort of training, through such method, one way, try to make it clear, we are human beings, social animal. Our interest rests on the society. So each individual should be a warm-hearted person, sensible person, good citizen of the society should be. That bring peace of mind, individual level, family level, community level. Whenever some contradictions, whenever some different views happen, dialogue, discuss, share each other peacefully through relaxed manner. But so long we are human beings, so long we are part of the human society, without these human good qualities, then the person himself or herself cannot be a happy person. The very purpose of our life is happiness. So, those things which something directly related with the happy life, then this no point to neglect. So, these human values, basic human values, we can call, without religious faith, that's secular ethics. Basically, I believe human nature is more gentleness. Although there are some different opinions. Some say human nature is aggressiveness. But I feel judging our sort of the development of whole life, from the beginning of our birth is up to death. I think aggressiveness occasionally comes. But they sort of, I think, kind of, affections, I think whole life very much involved. Then also, according to our body, body constitution, or body sort of cell, itself seems to go well with peace of mind. Agitated mind usually bring more sort of unbalanced body cells or elements. So therefore, the peace of mind is very important for good health. The body structure also seems not for fight, but for embracing. Look of hand. If hand meant for hit I think then like this hoof, like hoof, I think enough, even more powerful to hit. Like boxer, they deliberately have to remain like that. So, so therefore, the basic human sort of, I think the physical structure, also I think more gentleness. Then more important, according medical science, after birth, next few weeks, according medical science, very, very crucial, important period, because next few weeks, the brain enlarging very rapidly. During that period, the physical touch, whether mother or someone else's physical touch, is one of the most important factor for healthy development of the brain. So the physical response shows we need human affection. Then oneself also, more compassionate mind there, the peace of mind come. Because here, you see, a moment, think about others, our mind become wider, open. Then one's own problem then appears insignificant. Other hand, think just me. Then whole mental is focusing very narrow sort of circle. Even small problems, tiny problem, then appears very big problem. And also, when you think about others' welfare, share others' suffering, during that moment, you may have some kind of unhappy or disturbed your mind. But that essentially you voluntarily take. Whereas one's own problem, you say, happen, there's something involuntarily, you see, overwhelmed. So in deep insight, there is courage, self-confidence, inner strength, voluntarily take, you see, caring of others who is suffering or other sort of problem. So in deep insight, there is strength. So make big differences. So according to my own little experience, is meditate more on compassion. Think about others, infinitely sentient beings sort of, which is suffering or problems. It immense sort of feeling of inner strength. And one's own problem here and there, then feel, oh, doesn't matter, that kind of feeling. So that bring us inner strength, more self-confidence, reduce fear, doubt. And through that way, automatically open our inner door. Through that way, we can communicate with human brothers, sisters everywhere, easily. Because your side open. The other's response also easily come accordingly. Other hand, fear, hatred, doubt, here, inner door closed. Then, to everyone, suspect. And the worst thing, your own experience, more suspicion, more doubt. So therefore, you also get the impression that other people also some kind of similar suspicion or the doubt. So result, more distance, mentally distance. So result, loneliness and more frustrations. So therefore, the compassion, the concept of sort of caring for others, I think really something a wonderful thing. So the problem, usually people get the impression, the message of compassion, love, the forgiveness, these things are rather a religious matter. So people who have no special interest about religion or not much serious interest about religion, then also neglected these values. I think that's wrong. So we must pay more attention about these values. I think one unique thing of the human being is religious faith. An animal kingdom or others, no such things there. So the religious faith, useful if you properly use. If you do not use properly, then that also brings more disaster. Because religious faith involves human emotion. So sometimes human emotion go wrong way. There is no room about the reason. And then become fanatics or the fundamentals. These things also happen. So therefore, we need more effort to sustain or to have religious faith, utilize all the potential of the various major world religious traditions to betterment, to serve humanity, to save planet, things like that. Meantime, reduce the conflict in the name of religions. Since a few years, I practice a few sort of methods, and also some of my, other spiritual brothers, sisters, also, they are now, joining these sort of methods. Number one, meeting between different religious, scholars, and discuss what differences and what similarities, more or less on academic level. Second, meeting with sincere or serious practitioners, exchange their inner experiences. This is very, very powerful, very helpful to understand the value of other tradition. My own case, like the meeting with Thomas Merton, late Thomas Merton, and some other religious sort of serious practitioner. Oh, then really, meeting with these people really opened my eye. Then third, the pilgrim. Some time back, one occasion, I visited the southern France, Lourdes. Not as a tourist, but as a pilgrim. I visited, and I drank the water, and stand in front of the Mary statue. Then think, oh, here, on this place, millions of people who are seeking blessing or tranquility, they get satisfaction on this spot. And then look, the statue of the Mary. Oh, some kind of deep feeling, admiration, and appreciation of that tradition. It simply provides immense sort of benefit to millions of people. So very useful, to get some kind of deeper feeling or through vibrations of these sacred places. Last year, at Bodh Gaya, some is my sort of acquaintance, some Christian brothers, sisters, came to Bodh Gaya and spent a few days there. We had some dialogue, Buddhist and Christian dialogue at Bodh Gaya. Then each morning, under Bodhi tree, we all together sitting under Bodhi tree and meditation. I think that is historic. I think since Buddha came, more than 2,500 years, since Jesus Christ came, now almost 2,000 years. I think that is, first time. So these are, I think, useful method to develop mutual understanding, mutual respect. And the same message, peace, peace. I think that's very helpful. So that's the method, I think, regarding the development of religious harmony. Now with that, I think then another thing I want to share with you here. Perhaps some may not agree, but I don't care. I want to say that is when we talk about the promotion of the sense of caring of others, sense of sharing of others is a problem, and try to reduce hatred. The hatred, should not give any room for hatred. Individually, family, or society, or even, I think, humanity as a whole, I think we should not give any chance for hatred, because hatred is the real destroyer of our peace or our happiness. So that is something like inner disarmament. With inner disarmament and also awareness, now concept of war, concept of the military activities, destructions are outdated. So the younger generation, you are the, I think, people who really making shape about the next century. So think more carefully, without emotions, without attachment, and think more wider perspectively and long-sighted. I think that's very, very important. So that's about my talk. If you feel some sort of worthwhile, some point which you feel some interest, then think more and investigate. If you feel these points are not much sort of relevant and feel nonsense, then forget. Just you should put on this as a Ebert hole.
Yeah, live in this hole.
Just leave it in this hole, not necessary to carry out. So thank you very much. I'm very much impressed. There's such a big number of people. You see, really sort of showing eagerness. Thank you very much.